This is kind of typical of what goes on in the media tour. I tried to get this on before the lights came back on, but as part of the endless promotional things that we don't really do anything but pay lip service to, they just recently had the lights go out, and they asked all of us, being hard-bitten journalists, to place on our head a light that Energizer provided.
What we did here this afternoon is just a little tease of what we have planned for the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race in May. Energizer is excited to announce our 16th year partnering with Earnhardt Ganassi Racing with Felix Sabat. The company had their best year yet in 2010, and we're thrilled for them, and to celebrate in 2011, we are going to help fans set a new record from the stands of the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
This, of course, is stuff we don't actually write about, but we just nod politely so that we can still look at ourselves in the mirror.
I think you'll see a lot more side-by-side racing than you've seen in the last few years at Daytona, just based off so much grip in the racetrack.
DwayneRoberRacing.com. For Tony Stewart, Tony, looked like you've lost some weight. Are you in a regimen? If you're in a program, can you describe that program? And then what do you get at what I call this, maybe on fitness for the job that you do?
I'm definitely not the guy to be adding a lot to the fitness comments, but I can tell you that my left hand controls the volume and the right hand controls the channel. That's about the best workout regimen I've got. But I did start working out a little bit before the end of the year and changing how we eat a little bit. I actually wasn't eating enough, believe it or not, and eating 2 meals a day.
No, I don't believe it.
I know. Okay, let me rephrase that. I wasn't eating frequently enough, so went from eating 2 meals a day to 5 meals a day. Basically, just a lot smaller meals, obviously, and now Ryan's the guy you got to ask about fitness. So, but no, we have lost quite a bit of weight. So it's haven't lost a lot pound wise, but we lost a lot of fat percentage.
This is Michael Waltrip's book. See Mikey's book. Read it well. Day 2 of the media tour, and this is a car that Michael will be driving. And you know, this is kind of like, he brought his book, he brought the car he's running in a few races, but he didn't bring the rest of his team, which it strikes me as odd that I can't imagine anyone else in the sport doing that. But then again, I reckon it's a right good book. Got him a co-author, probably straighten it out. Good story. Michael has a sense of the melodramatic anyway. Should be super. This is Penske. This is probably the most professional, enlightened team in NASCAR. It's got a beautiful shop. They have people that know how to, that don't take it personally when you write things about them. They're professional. It's a really good team to cover, and it's really has people that understand the role of the press. And that's one of the reasons that Penske is so well liked in the media. It's probably gotten really good coverage over the years because he understands that it's not our job to promote his team, and that really when we do nothing but promote things emptily, we just create an artificial atmosphere surrounding the sport. Many people in NASCAR actually believe they've drunk the Kool-Aid. They think that you can market a sport. They think that fans don't have enough sense. It's the same people always say that if we wrote good things about racing, that fans would stop saying the races were boring. That is one of the most unbelievable insults to the intelligence of fans. There are a certain amount of people who just believe whatever you tell them, but most people make up their minds and they see through things a lot better than NASCAR gives them credit for. But the people at this team really understand. Their world goes beyond NASCAR. They don't just sit at these team meetings and believe all this data that NASCAR throws at them. The biggest problem with this sport is not that the races are bad or that the drivers have no personality. The biggest problem with this sport right now is that it is so thoroughly artificial that people can see it right through. We'll see right through it. It's kind of like the way that in our society the term transparent has flip-flopped. It used to be that somebody who was transparent, you could see right through them. Nowadays, transparent is a synonym for openness. We want laws that are transparent. I like the old definition. And there's just too many people in NASCAR these days that I'm not alone. The fans can see through them too. It's odd, of course, that I'm sitting here talking about this at one of the few places where that is less true than others. It used to be on the media tour that all we did was go from one shop to another. Don't worry, guys about to walk in front of me. This is just amateur video. There's no reason for anyone to do it, to be concerned about walking in front. But it used to be that all we did was stay on buses, and we went to shops. Now, we're at Stewart Haas Racing right now, and this is the line of immaculately prepared Chevy Impalas that I'm showing you because I think maybe you might be interested in the fact that the cars all have new noses, which is to make them more more like the cars on the road, which I think you'll find that they're still not very much like the cars on the road, but it's an improvement, and brand loyalty used to be important in this sport. 5 years ago, NASCAR used to say that it wasn't important anymore, and now they're running around saying, guess what, we're going to change the car so we can promote that great brand loyalty. So, like everything else, a lot of that is bullshit, but the point is that the new cars don't have the little supports. And if you look down the line, that one in primer down there, you'll see the old supports on them. But anyway, the other thing that is good about going to shops is you get to hang out with the people who are in the shops. And usually when you have one of these things that are at the hotel, all you really get to do is talk to the luminaries, who are basically trained before you get there not to say anything very important, although there are exceptions such as, say, Felix Sabates, who could not hide his own wacky opinion if his life depended on it. So anyway, I like going to the shops. I don't like riding buses, and by and large it's probably better now than it used to be, but there are aspects of it that I miss.